I'm Joel Hillen, your reporter at the desk. We are following breaking news as there is a full closure of I-70 just at the foothills because of a massive accident that involved a tanker truck and included a fire. That fire spreading across lanes and into the grass down below, affecting both directions of traffic. I want to show you these pictures coming in now from Copter. This is the live feed, and you can see the heavy response that we have. So we have Jefferson County Sheriff's Department working with CDOT crews, as well as Colorado State Patrol on this as the investigation continues into this accident. But just look at the size of this scene. That's the tanker you see at the center of your screen that is at the center of all of this. Behind this is a car which apparently has hit the back of that tanker, and it is all charred along the roadway. You could see where the fire had spread down onto the lanes that are now eastbound. So what you're seeing, the lanes to the left are westbound. The lanes that you see to the right are the eastbound lanes of traffic. All of I-70 shut down, but you can see how that fire poured down into those eastbound lanes. And then as Copter zooms out in the upper right-hand portion of your screen, we saw crews working earlier to extinguish a hot spot along that area as well. They are keeping their eye on that. What is that road that you see to the north? That is a road that parallels along I-70 there, Highway 40, and you see just how slowly traffic is moving along there. That is one of the alternates that Colorado State Patrol has given. I want to show you my computer really quickly because this is the alert that is on CO Trip right now, as both directions of I-70 are closed from the Lookout Mountain exit to C-470. They expect this to be an extended closure into midday or early afternoon. These are the alternate routes that they are giving, and I'm going to pull up this map here so you can see the closure itself and zoom on in. We'll take this off here so you can see a little better. This is just my computer here, but you can see the entire length of this closure, and then the colors as you zoom in, that dark red, you can see what a mess this is up near Mother Cabrini Shrine. That is that cross that you can see lighted at night up into the foothills. This is C-470 along the right here, and then you've got Morrison up through here. So this is Highway 74 that takes you through Idledale, Kittredge. That might be a better way around. Evergreen, this is going to take you a lot longer, but that's going to get you around this entire closure if you go along C-470. What they are saying as well, Highway 40, you can see how that parallels right along I-70 there, and I'll zoom in so you can see it a little better. That is given as an alternate as well, but you can imagine the immense amount of traffic that you have both directions on I-70 now sort of funneling into a very tiny highway that is not meant to have that much traffic capacity go through it. You can also go up here, Highway 6 through Clear Creek Canyon. That'll get you back onto I-70 as well, instead of taking the 119 cutoff that you would go to visit Black Hawk or the casinos up there. You take Highway 6 and you get back onto I-70 there. But this is the heart of the closure. I want to show you the tweet that was sent out by Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, and I'm scrolling down because some people have posted some pictures there. You can look at the extent of the smoke that we're seeing on this fire. This has been posted on social media here. This is John Meyer as he was driving past the scene. He took a couple of pictures, just how much smoke. That smoke was visible across the Denver metro area. You'd look into the foothills, and it is one of those beautiful bluebird days in Denver where you can see not a cloud in the sky, and that black smoke right up against that was quite the juxtaposition. We've had some videos that have been sent to us by viewers, and I'm going to blow this one up here so that you can see. This is one of the videos, just that smoke that was pouring out, and the cars wanting to escape that, trying to turn around on the interstate. And look at the large plumes of black smoke, not only from the original fire from the truck, but from that car as well. And then as it spilled down onto the highway, these folks along the right saying, I'm not sticking around for this, I'm getting out of here. But this video shows you the extent of that as you're making your way uphill along I-70. There was another video that was sent in as well. I'll go back and see if I can try and find that one. This is the one we were seeing just now. Here's the other video that we had of just how much black smoke there was, and there was just no way to kind of escape this for some of the folks there. You can see the sheriff's department there on the side of the road. The Colorado State Patrol troopers as well. I'm going to take you out of this video. We have, I understand, Tamara Rollison from CDOT is going to be joining us here in just a minute to answer some questions. As you could see, the huge reroute that we had there on traffic. I want to take you back out to Copter to give you an idea of the scene, what it looks like now as well. So this is I-70 closed in both directions. This is right near Morrison. And again, you see the truck that's at the center of this, that is at the center of the screen right now. Behind it, you have the car that looks to be involved in this accident that hit the back of that tanker truck. And then the huge black that you see that goes all the way across all lanes of traffic of the highway. And as Copter continues circling around, what you'll see is that black, then that ash extends down into the eastbound lanes of the highway where that fire just stretched. And then as Copter continues around, you'll see you see how the fire just followed right along the median there, all the way up. It crossed all lanes of traffic and then headed down the hill as well. So we have fire crews not only on Highway 40, but on I-70, both in the westbound and eastbound directions, that are continuing to mop up these hot spots and take care of the hot spots as well. And look at the traffic just backed up. So now that traffic was heading westbound uphill, and CDOT, what they've done is completely closed I-70 starting at C-470. And as we got our crews heading out there to the scene, what they're saying is that you can't get from 6th Avenue onto I-70 because they're trying to keep people from even getting up the hill and into that area, because you have a very small highway there, Highway 40, to try and get those cars to go around all of this morning. We have calls into Colorado State Patrol, who are part of the investigation, to figure out if the injuries that were involved in this accident. I'm guessing that there are some that are part of this accident. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office saying as many as 6 cars were involved, but we're trying to count the cars and it's hard to tell, are they in the eastbound lanes or in the westbound lanes, but the focus seems to be on that tanker truck in the middle with the car behind it, the 2 main cars that are involved in this accident. But backups extend for quite a distance. Again, if you look at the map here on my computer, you can see that they extend along the Mother Cabrini Shrine all the way out by the Mount Vernon Canyon Country Club as well. As I mentioned, Tamara Rollison joining us from CDOT. Tamara, what can you tell us about what has happened?
Well, all I can say at this point, all hands are on deck. CDOT, we are working with emergency responders, and we urge motorists to stay away from the area because of the delays. And we do have a detour route set up on US 40, but as you said, that's going to get packed. So we absolutely urge motorists to avoid traveling in that area as this situation continues.
So my guess is that you're trying to reroute folks onto Highway 40, just parallel to get around this. But what are some other options? I'm guessing Highway 6 and maybe even Highway 74 through Evergreen.
Well, generally, our main route that we are rerouting traffic on is US 40. That's what we recommend. And then another thing that we recommend as well too is that we are having our cotrip.org map. We have an app for that, and also online. Just go to cotrip.org, and you can find out the latest information, or at least the road closure information, as to what's going on with this incident right now.
And according to your alert there on cotrip.org, you're saying that you expect this to extend into midday or even into this afternoon.
It's really hard to say how long we think this is going to go on. I can just say for now, for this moment, at least through a good part of the day, motorists should avoid the area if they can.
It'd be helpful to cruise there. I guess the other thing is the assessment of the roadway. I don't know if you guys have been able to get a preliminary idea of how hot that fire burned and if there's any damage to the road that needs to be fixed as well.
It's too early for us to go there at this point. We're just all hands on deck at this point of what's going on.
And for folks, if they want to be most helpful in the situation, the thing they can do right now, it sounds like, is to avoid the area.
Absolutely. Avoid the area. because you're going to get caught in some delays. And then you can monitor what's going on by going to cotrip.org, and you can also look at the cameras, and you can see a bird's eye view of what's going on in that area as well, too.
Yeah, and Tamara, I will point out, if folks haven't used CO Trip in a while, that I guess in the last couple of years there have been some vast improvements to it. It's very interactive, it's very informative, and people can get a lot of information on that one app.
It is, and I appreciate you saying that. It is an incredible information tool. I use it myself not only for work, but just for personal travel as well. You can go to that. You can find out all of the latest alerts statewide. But what is really super helpful is taking a look at the cameras. And you can pop those cameras up, and you can see what's going on.
Excellent. Tamara, is there anything else that you would want to add to folks that are just tuning in?
Would just like to emphasize, avoid the area if you can. Really know what you're getting yourself into if you decide to go out, and check cotrip.org before you head out.
Tamara, are you able to say if there are any injuries in this crash?
No, I can't. I really am not the right source to talk to about that. All I can say is our CDOT crews are out there helping with the effort. They are out there as part of the road closure, trying to keep things as safe and secure as possible. And, they're out there working alongside with our other emergency responders.
I mean, talk about what that process looks like for you guys when you have an all-hands-on-deck moment like this. We were watching here along the copter feed. You know, you could see a CDOT truck pulling up. It's helpful because you have the big signs with the arrows and the flashing and the cones, and you can help with all of that. What sort of things do you help with?
We help with all things with traffic control. We help with the road closure. We help to keep traffic away from the point of danger, to keep everyone as safe as possible. But that is about what we are focused on right now. There's really not any more information I can convey at this time. But thanks so much for checking in with us.
Oh, Tamara, we appreciate you. Tamara Morrison, one of our media partners over at CDOT. She helps us keep informed about all stuff going on in the Denver metro area. We sure appreciate your time this morning.
You bet.
So this is our view from Copter that we're seeing now near I-70 and Morrison. Copter launched about an hour ago as we got them going. We saw the plume of smoke. We got the calls into the newsroom saying, you know, what's going on here? And look at those backups. Copter showing us now as you're trying to make your way up the hill. I mean, those cars are just packed, and they've got to go now from those 3 lanes down to 2 and then down to 1 to get off onto the highway on Highway 40. That is the parallel road that runs along I-70 in both directions. But that closure extending now from Lookout Mountain exit to C-470. Our crews on the ground saying that they can get from 6th Avenue even onto I-70 as well. So I would extend that closure as well to I-70. And you have those poor folks that are just driving up to this and realizing it now. Again, as Tamara Morrison was saying, a great resource for you is cotrip.org. But of course, we have access to that. And if you've downloaded the CBS News app, we keep you updated on the big traffic alerts that are happening with our First Alert traffic team of what's going on. But look at that, 3 lanes of traffic at a complete standstill on I-70 in the middle of what is a busy week. That I-70 mountain corridor used not only for, you know, recreational purposes and for folks trying driving locally, but for commercial vehicles as well. Look at all those semis that are lined up, and those are all goods and services that need to get from point A to point B, and that's going to take a while to do. Tamara Morrison from CDOT just speaking with us, saying that they expect this to last through midday and even into the afternoon, this afternoon. As Copter is giving us this look of all of the traffic backups. The focus, of course, has been at the center, a tanker truck, that there was a clear fire. Fire crews continue to be on scene there. And look at that, them just taking turns. You gotta go every other one and get the traffic moving onto Highway 40 there.